Good morning. This is the Friday morning, the third day of the Noosa Mining and Exploration Conference 2019. Very strong presence here today and a mood of optimism in the air. With me is Simon Finnis, the Managing Director of Metro Mining. Metro is operating a bauxite mine in North Queensland. Simon, bauxite mining, what's bauxite used for?
Bauxite is used to make aluminium metal. So you refine bauxite into alumina, and then you smelt alumina into aluminium metal. So it's the only way, apart from scrap, that you make aluminium.
Right. So you're exposed to ultimately to the aluminium price.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, correct. And of course, aluminium market now really is driven by China. You know, they create 60% of the world's aluminium up in China, so they're driving the business. Consumption in China is going up, consumption around the world is going up. It's one of those sort of new age metals, I guess. So we're very comfortable in that space, and we're lucky in a lot of ways because we're so close to China that the bulk, so the logistics side of it works very well for us. So we've had a pretty good run.
And Metro Mining is mining in Cape York. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Maybe some of the issues with traditional owners, if there are issues with traditional owners, or how you deal with them, integrate them into your business? Yeah,
look, we're very lucky with that. We've got a very supportive traditional owner group, the Yankamuthi people, and we've managed to employ, our employment rates are about in the high 30%. So, and we're very happy with that because they live in the area, they've got a very strong connection to the land, so and we've got their support. So we're very, very happy with the way that works. We're in Northern Cape York, of course, had its challenges. We're very lucky in the ore body is very simple. It sits on the top of the ground. So we mine it, we don't have to blast it. We send it to the port in road trains, we screen it to 100 mils, we load it on barge and then we ship it to China. So it's a very, very simple process. But of course in far north Queensland we can't run the whole year. So we turn off during the wet season. So normally end of December to the end of March we have no operations, and of course with that no revenue. So we've got to do our work and make sure that we've got enough money in the bank at the end of every year to survive through that period. But we've done it so far, and in fact, it doesn't get worse from now. We did 2 million tonnes last year. We'll do 3.5 million tonnes this year. We're making good money, $15 margin in June. So we're really now starting to run a very, very good, long, sustainable business.
Have you pulled your costs down at the mine? Perhaps you could give us some scale for the cost at the mine, the cost of barging and maybe the cost of shipping to market?
Yeah, sure. So last year when we were doing 2 million tonnes, our on-site costs sat about $24 Australian. So that's the mining, haulage, all the loading of the barges into the vessel. So into a vessel about $24. In June this year we got that down below $20, so $19.80, and we expect to get another couple of bucks probably through the year now we've got the scale. From the point of view of freight cost to China, last year averaged about $12 US ocean freight. Of course, royalties in Queensland, you've got a 10% bulk royalty plus some royalties to our traditional owners and also to a historical royalty that's there. And so that was about, the ocean freight was about $17 Australian, and this year it's running about $15, $16 Australian. So in general, our costs have come back $3 or $4. Volumes have gone up, so obviously you can do the maths, it turns into a better business.
Right, so apart from negotiating harder with the ocean freight guys, your focus is on, as much as you can, optimising the production and the barge loading and getting it onto the vessel.
Exactly right. It's a logistics business, so it's all about making sure the ships are there when they need to be there. They turn up, we load them as quickly as possible, we get the barges full when they need to be full, all that sort of stuff. You know, we manage the tides and we do all that sort of stuff. So it's really a logistics business with some mining at the front end.
What size vessels do you load?
We use Ultramax and Supramax vessels, so about 61,000 tonnes, and they load themselves, so they come with grabs and they load it out of the barges into themselves. We're currently working through a redo of our PFS to take the project to 6 million tonnes, and part of that would be to enable us to go to bigger vessels, so have some sort of vessel on a floating crane, to use a term, to load those vessels, and that'll save us a lot of money in ocean freight, so we able to load Cape-sized vessels.
So operational savings and freight savings. Simon, is there anything that you don't that keeps you awake at night?
Probably not. People that know me will say no, I don't. Nothing keeps me awake. But the market's difficult to understand, and I think that's probably what the share market is telling us as well. No one really understands the bauxite market. It's pretty opaque, pretty spot-focused market. So I think making sure that we've got enough long-term contracts to make sure we can wash our face is very important, but I think taking advantage and making sure you're in the market regularly and servicing your customers is also very important. So that's the areas where I focus.
But last year you produced and sold in a contract. This year you're 70% sold.
We're actually 90% sold now. Yeah, so we've sold 3.1 of the 3.5.
Okay.
And I really have no issues. I think we'll sell the other. It's only 400,000 tonnes. It sounds like a lot, but it's five boats.
Okay.
So for us, it's pretty easy. So we've already sold this year. We really want to get a few forward sales next year. I think that'll give the market and us a lot of comfort from that expansion point of view.
Okay. And your quarterly report.
Oh, actually, quarterly was very, very strong numbers. Very pleasing to see the costs trending downwards. Obviously, very pleasing to see the tonnes trending upwards. So those two things put it together, and we've had a good quarter. About $48 million of revenue, about $9 million of side EBITDA. So certainly, from now on during the year, the tides get better, the weather gets more benign, the bauxite keeps drying out, so our costs go down and our tonnes go up. So from now to the end of the year, we'll have a very good period.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks very much.